before I get too much into how EchoWorks has integrated with KMS, I just want to talk a little bit about the high-level problems that are facing uh, enterprises these days. And so the first element that I think KMS is part of the solution here is all around key management. So key management is really about the policies, the guidelines that govern the creation, the usage, and ultimately the decommissioning of encryption keys. Key management is becoming a big topic. It's becoming very important. Lots of compliance guidelines are being set where these have to be explicitly defined. These rules have to be spread out across the entire organization. And one element that often crops up is the key hierarchy. So Alexi sort of talked a little bit about the key hierarchy in AWS, but a lot of those principles can be applied more generally. So often what we are talking about in a key hierarchy is you will have a root key, and this is a key that will be used to derive all of the other keys within a particular crypto system. And so usually people are trying to protect this root key with an HSM, a hardware security module. There might be some sort of multi-password entry is another way that these can get protected, or even physical tokens. And the root key stands at the top of the key hierarchy. So this is the most important key. If this key were to be compromised, theoretically, everything else can be derived from that. Then a bit lower from the root key, you'd have key encrypting keys or envelope keys. And these are the keys that are used to perhaps derive other keys or to encrypt other keys. And ultimately, at the very bottom, we have the data encryption keys. And these are the keys that are going to be used to encrypt the data itself. But those keys, as we saw in KMS, wind up getting encrypted by an envelope key and ultimately stored. But it's the root key that usually draws the most attention, and rightly so, because it's the pillar that is supporting the rest of the crypto system. And so many organizations are trying to